Hi, I'm Beaver Buddy. Get ready for a magical children's story with an unforgettable moral about how your words can make others bloom or wither. What if every word you said became a flower, a vine, or a thorn? In the quiet valley of Brimblewood, there lived a girl with a whisper like rain. Her name was Mira, and she never shouted, never barked, never teased. Her voice was soft and kind, and plants always seemed to grow near her. Deep in Brimblewood was the word garden, hidden behind leaves that hummed lullabies. No one dared enter, except Mira, of course. One morning, Mira tiptoed past a glowing fern and found the entrance open, petals curling like fingers waving hello. She stepped inside. The garden shimmered with strange light. Words floated in the air like butterflies. Each one settled on the ground and bloomed into colorful plants. Mira whispered, "Beautiful," and a swirl of tulip-shaped trees popped up, glowing gold. She clapped her hands and spun with joy. "Love," she said next, and a long carpet of heart-shaped ivy curled along the stone path, tickling her toes and purring softly. Every word she spoke grew into something new. Giggle became bouncing jelly flowers that played music when touched. But across the garden stood another, Kroll, a lonely porcupine who only spoke in grumbles. His words never bloomed, only wilted. Kroll had tried before. When he said, "Hello," the leaves had turned gray. When he muttered, "Go," thorns had sprouted like angry teeth. Watching Mira filled him with envy. Why did her voice make magic while his only brought ruin? She must be tricking the garden, he huffed. Mira saw him hiding behind a crooked tree. "Hi there," she called, her voice lifting like bubbles. A glowing lily grew at her feet. "Go away," Kroll snapped. Instantly, black vines slithered from the ground. Mira stepped back, eyes wide but not afraid. "Do you want to try again?" she asked kindly. "Try something gentle." Kroll frowned. His spikes quivered. "Gentle?" he asked. "Yes," she said, picking a glowing petal and offering it to him. "Say something that feels warm inside. Even a whisper is enough." Kroll hesitated. He thought hard. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Hope." A single silver bloom unfolded from the soil, trembling. His jaw dropped. He tried again. "Kindness." A vine with soft feathers spiraled upward, wrapping around a tree with shimmering light. "See," said Mira, smiling, "it listens to what you feel, not just what you say." Kroll blinked. His eyes grew moist. No one had told him that. He looked around at his past words, withered weeds and twisted thorns, but in the center now stood one gentle flower, and that was enough. The next day, Kroll returned. He brought a basket of sweet nuts. "For you," he said softly. The garden rustled happily and bloomed again. Mira took one and smiled. "You're changing the garden," she whispered. "You're changing yourself." Kroll sat beside her in silence. They spent hours speaking softly to the soil, words like trust, laughter, forgiveness. The garden transformed into a paradise. From above, the garden looked like a painting, colors dancing, swirling, stretching toward the sky like joy made real. But then, a shadow crossed the sun. A storm cloud with teeth appeared above Brimblewood. It wasn't made of water. It was made of angry words. Kroll gasped, "Those are mine!" All the things I ever shouted when I was alone. The cloud roared, worthless, ugly, useless. The garden trembled. Flowers curled inward. Vines shrank. Mira held Kroll's paw. We can fix this. Say something true. Something better. Kroll stood tall. He shouted into the wind. I matter! The cloud cracked. I can change! He cried. The cloud split open with light. Word by word, the storm fell as petals. The angry phrases became compost, feeding new blooms. The garden sighed in relief. Kroll wiped a tear. I didn't know words could be seeds, he whispered. Mira hugged him. And you didn't know you could grow. Moral: your words can plant thorns or flowers in others. So choose ones that help their hearts bloom, just like a magical garden. See you soon with more magical adventures, wonderful places, and heartwarming tales with Beaver Buddy.